Good day, everyone. This is Teacher Ruby, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we will learn how to identify the appropriate test to use when we reject or accept the null hypothesis. Before we will proceed, let us review the following terms, which are important in our next discussion, and identify them from the given example. Let us try to recall what a population mean. Sample, sample mean, population standard deviation, sample standard deviation, and population variance. When you say population, it includes all of the elements from the set of given data, while a sample is part of the population and it consists of one or more observations drawn from the population. A sample mean, denoted by X bar, is the mean of the sample values collected, while the population mean is the mean of all the values in the population. Remember, if the sample is randomly selected and the sample size is large, then the sample mean would be a good estimate of the population mean. How about a population standard deviation? It is a parameter which is a measure of variability with fixed value calculated from every individual in the population, while a sample standard deviation is a parameter which is a measure of variability with fixed value calculated from every individual in the sample. A population variance indicates how the population data points are spread out. It is the average of the distances from each data point in the population to the mean squared. Let us take this example. A researcher reported that the average allowance of grade 10 learners was 150 pesos, and a sample of 50 learners has a mean allowance of 150 pesos. At alpha or significance level of 0.01, it is claimed that the learners had allowance of more than 150 pesos, and the standard deviation of the population is 40 pesos. Let us identify the values of the four important quantities here. First is the population mean or the mu, this one. From the given, our population mean is 150 pesos. This is the average allowance of the population of grade 10 learners. While n, the sample size, is the number of learners taken from all grade 10 learners, and our sample size n is 50. Our x bar here, which is the sample mean, is equivalent to 130, while our standard deviation of the population is equal to 40 here. The next question is, what statistical test to use? Is it z-test or t-test? The table here will help us determine the appropriate test. So we are going to use z-test here if the population variance is known, the population is normally distributed, our n or the sample size is greater than or equal to 30, and our population standard deviation is known. We are going to use t-test if the standard variation is unknown. Unlike z-test, the standard variation must be known. But similar with the t-test, the population is normal or nearly normally distributed, but the sample size is less than 30. sample size is less than 30, then we are going to use t-test. But we are going to consider these two also. The sample standard deviation is known, while the population standard deviation is unknown. How about if it is the central limit theorem? We can also use the z-test if the population may not be normally distributed, n is greater than or equal to 30 or considered sufficiently large, while the variance may be known and unknown. If we are going to use the z-test, we are going to replace the population standard deviation by the sample standard deviation in the given formula. We have here the diagram that would also guide us in choosing between the z-test or the t-test. We have to consider our sample size. Take note of this diagram. The first important element that we are going to consider is the sample size. If the sample size is greater than or equal to 30 or it is less than 30. So look at this. We are going to use z-test here, z-test, z-test, z-test. We can use the z-test if our n is greater than or equal to 30 and if the population standard deviation is known, or it could be the population standard deviation is not known. We can also use the z-test even our n is less than 30 as long as our standard deviation is known. But if population standard deviation is not known and our n is less than 30, we are going to use a t-test. Let us consider the example. A distributor claimed that the average life of batteries used in their electronic games is 150 hours. It is known that the standard deviation of this type of battery is 20 hours. A consumer wished to test the distributor's claim and accordingly tested 100 electronic games using the battery. It was found out that the mean is equal to 144 hours. What statistical test is appropriate to use and why? Let us consider the sample size. The sample size is 100, which is extremely large. And we are also given with the population standard deviation of 20 hours, meaning it is known. So from the given diagram here, our n is greater than 30 and the population standard deviation is known, then we are going to use the z-test. So therefore, the appropriate test statistic to be used is z-test. Let us have second example. An English teacher wanted to test whether the mean reading speed of students is 550 words per minute. A sample of 12 students revealed a sample mean of 540 words per minute with a standard deviation of 5 words per minute. At 0.05 significance level, is the reading speed different from 550 words per minute? What statistical test is appropriate to use and why? Again, we are going to consider the sample size. The sample size given is 12, which is less than 30. And the standard deviation is 5 words per minute, which is also given or known, then we are going to use a T test. For our last example, a study was conducted to look at the average time basketball players exercise. A researcher claimed that in average, basketball players exercise less than 15 hours per month. In a random sample size n is equal to 115, it was found that the mean time basketball players exercise is 11.3 hours per month with an S of 6.43 hours per month. Determine the appropriate statistical tool to use and explain why. Once again, let us consider the sample size. Since the sample size is 115 and it is large, while our variance is unknown, then we are going to use z-test. It is the appropriate tool to use using the central limit theorem. To sum this up, in choosing the appropriate statistical tool, let us first know the sample size, whether it is less than or greater than 30. Is it sufficiently large or small? And if the variance, the standard deviation, population standard deviation, sample standard deviation is known. This will be all for today. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to receive notification of my new video lessons. Goodbye!